can always fit no matter who foot it's on. These days feel like I'm squeezing in them. Whoever won before just wasn't thinking big enough. I'm about to leave them with them. Cause if I run the game in these, man, it seems to split it. No pun intended, but they smelling defeat in the air. Headed where nobody took it, who meeted me there? They tell him that he talking crazy, but he doesn't care. Being humble don't work as well as being aware. Listen up, boy, you better off eavesdropping. We already got spring 2015 popping. P&D dropping, reps of P dropping, Magic Jordan dropping, Obi dropping, not to mention me dropping. Feel like we paid the refs off, man, we fixed the game. Me and Noel been at it before Twitter names. Yeah, been on the move like the lease is up. And I can't even name one person that's keeping up. Damn, how it was in the past tense. Ask yourself, how do we match up now? Cause I'm only 27 and I'm only getting better. If I haven't passed you yet, watch me catch up now, for real.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here. Between the Dublin Shamrocks taking on the Denver Broncos. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys coming off a road victory in the opener, looking to make it 2 straight to start the year. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys also winners in week 1, so a couple of 1-0 teams ready to get after it here. Two teams here fresh off week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Ooh, the juke. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
And they'll run with the second-round pick from April's draft. They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. When you look at this defense, currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
And that's a ranking that feels good, right? To be number 1 and be the top of your profession. But here's the problem. It's only week 1.
1 week, yeah.
Can they do it 15 more times? If so, then we really got something to talk about.
That's the challenge. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Here's Mayfield. Pass caught. It's Lane with it. That'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up second down.
At the 44-yard line.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield. He'll get this into the hands of the Doomsday. On the gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Ready? Looking to put a drive together.
Ready alert. Ready, pass the 60. Pass the 60. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers, track the 60, Buffalo 18, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat, scope.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 19 tight, 19 tight. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Back to throw here. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down.
On the jump. Ready. 70 Timberwolf.
Now a handoff up the middle. Peoples. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Come on, come on. Hey, 79, pass roll 80. Mustang 19. Kirk 19. Kirk 19.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he fires. Fires one incomplete. When you look at this Bronco defense, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
2nd and 10.
Check, smash, 6, 4, 17, 18, 5 in. Trap 60, trap 60. Ready.
Back to throw. He completes it to Hunter. Well, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Defensively going forward, they're going to have to watch out for him on plays just like that. It's a drag route across the field, and they're trying to free him up and let him run after the catch. That won't be the last time we see that play, and it works there to pick up a 1st down.
Here we go. Lightning, 18.
They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. They juked him. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Jaden Blue, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Shamrocks are on the board first here this afternoon. So that a very nice looking touchdown run.
And on his first carry of the game as well. And you remember, Brandon, we talked to him yesterday, and he thought he was going to have a big game. He thought everything aligned perfectly. He liked what the defense was presenting, and he really liked what he was getting from his blockers.
Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, it felt like that move deserved more than he got there. A gain of 2.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. To throw, Mayfield. He's got his receiver, Lane. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Diaz. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 3. Mayfield. He'll get get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. On first down, Diaz. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And 10 at the 21-yard line.
Mayfield to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Throwing, Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Lane. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hunter. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Here we go, here we go. 77 Wolf.
Up the middle they go. Peoples. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 18, 5 in.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll try to pick it up himself. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
The more and more that we broadcast games, the more I realize how much this game is about the eyes. And in this case, they got fooled because the defense was checking out the eyes in the back, thinking he was getting the ball. Should have been looking at the QB, shouldn't they?
A little bit of a surprise indeed, and he was able to get forward for that 1 yard.
Rig alert. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. 19 Lions. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Panther 11, Panther 11. 19 tight, 19 tight. Let's go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
It's 2nd and inches at their 48-yard line.
Come on. Hey! Happy Lions!
Here's a give, left side, Blue with it. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries in the ballgame. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Ready? Panther 50. Ready?
First down, and they go right back to Blue. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. Ready?
They'll run on first down. Peoples. Yeah, that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
Here we go. Set. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. Peoples. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 and the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Go! 77 Wolf.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
18 Cardinal. Let's go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Calling no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll look to throw on third and goal. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Brock Bowers from 3 yards out. And his guys have taken the lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. The Broncos are not set to go on offense. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Mayfield looks to throw. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now Mayfield completes it to Perry. This now a third and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it third and 4.
Mayfield now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Second down and 6 now.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Mayfield with it once more. He finds his man complete. That's Lane. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw again. He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So left side here, it's complete. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Andrew Matilda. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports
Our
halftime
look around
report.
the league starts now with a matchup of contrasting styles. Okay, Brandon, thank you. Week 1 was full of surprises, full of intrigue, and a lot of firsts for the young players. What will Week 2 bring? Let's dive in. And this is not exactly a thing of beauty, but it'll do the job. From there, let's move on to another compelling early season matchup. And it's Kyron Williams. He's going to scamper 31 yards to the house. Touchdown. The Raiders are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. Last but not least, let's go to Baltimore. The Ravens hosting the Kansas City Chiefs. And it's Lamar Jackson. He connects on the touchdown pass 18 yards away. The Ravens even up their record at 1-1 as they get the win here. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
Ready, set.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Ready, 70 Timberwolves, 70 Lions.
They'll run. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a 2-score game. That has a chance to tighten up considerably.
Oh, right on the heels of the pick six. Another ball intercepted. Picked up by Andrew McCouga. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Second down and 4. Now a handoff up the middle. Peoples. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough with run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Third and 2. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. Third and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands. And yes, indeed, they pick up the first down.
Ready? Bronco 80. Warriors 77 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Steady.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, it's complete.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's a second and 7.
Get it. Tap to 60. Tap 60. Tap 60. Go street. Dragon 60. 70 range. 70 range. Go.
He'll look to throw. That's to the left side, taken in by Hunter. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
A gain of 9 yards.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Cowboy 80. 60 Maverick. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
They'll look to throw again. Got a man, that's Hunter.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
From the 21, here's second and 2.
19. No. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Up the middle they go. Peoples. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Shamrocks take a 3-touchdown lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds.
And that one you see often there is
that's true. It goes to the 26.
A penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots.
Down the sideline it goes. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
It only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. And really, you can't have a better situation than this. First and goal at the 1.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. First and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with now his second touchdown of this third quarter.
And the Shamrocks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They'll go for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On first down, Diaz. Boy, left that first defender grasping at air as he winds up getting a full 8 yards on that play.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's Mayfield. Pass caught. It's Lane with it. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Play fake. Mayfield.
You got to step over earlier. Go early. Everything's already passed. It's already past you, bro. So if everything's past you, you know you're sitting in limbo. So find something to do.
And that's why it got knocked away there. To throw, Mayfield. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he is caught. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to
Find a way. Find a way.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
There's too many bodies. It's just too many white shirts right there for that to happen. Too many. It's too many. Just zombies. Just zombies. Eyes rolled in the back of their head. Just zombied out on meth. I'm tired of it. There's just 4 people there, and the only person pursuing the football is the offensive guy.
Welcome down to Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Hey, alert 33.
They'll run on first down. It's Diaz. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Mayfield to throw it. We'll get this into the hands of Adunze. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
A gain of 10 makes it 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Mayfield from the gun on third down. A pass complete to Adunze. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try again. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I know we saw the pass and the completion and obviously the resulting loss of yardage. To me, that play broke down with the blocking on it. Because if you're going to try and swing it that far outside, that blocking's got to hold up to give your guy a chance.
And the defense, they were full.
Where?
This is caught for Bronco touchdown.
Where's the safety at? Where's the safety at? Where would the safety be in that situation on the inside dagger? Where would the safety be? He can't back up. He's in the end zone. He can't back out of bounds. So where would he go?
He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually...
Or he's just doing nothing. He's doing nothing. This is where they got to improve the game. There's nothing back there. So go now. Pursue that or pursue 21. But you can't. What are you doing? You're just standing out there. You're standing around. In game, I told him to get out of the game. You asked me 5 seconds ago to sit him or play him. I told him to sit.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 58 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
19 Lions. Hey. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Short throw caught by Bowers. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Warriors 70. Panther 60. Panther 60. 19 tight. 19 tight. 19. 5 in. Ready.
Back to throw here. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hunter. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Travis Hunter, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Shamrocks are on their way to a 2-0 start. So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you. No question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Denver's offense ready to go again. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty
No way. There's no way. There is no, that game, stop. Please stop. That's not possible. First of all, no. He has not looked up at all. The way he's going to come out of the play action right here, if I take a picture of this, there's no way he's going to reach back, throw the football, and before he gets hit, and on a dot. That's ridiculous.
First down as they're able to get the third
It's so bad.
conversion.
So bad. So bad. Beyond bad.
44-yard line.
Mayfield looks to throw.
Thank you. Kill him.
Complete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Mayfield. And that is...
Got to make the play. You have to make a play. We can't look at this no more. We have to make plays out here. Y'all, you have to, this ball hits you in your gut. You have to make the play. The ball is in your gut. This is unacceptable no more. We have to make that play. You have to make the play. The ball hits you right in your gut, and he's sprinting still, game. He's got to make that play. You have to make the play. You have to make the plays.
Break out on 3rd down. Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. He's got his receiver, Lane. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
No reason not to try it there. They do indeed convert on 4th. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Unbelievable.
So it's Bronco
unbelievable.
football as we get your
It's unbelievable.
reset here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield down.
Make the play. You got to make the play. I'm putting y'all in position to make plays, and y'all don't make plays. I put you in a position to make that play, and you get stiff arm right to your neck.
And it'll be 2nd down.
All y'all stink.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to it and hold it for just a short game.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Diaz. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line going down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Goal at the 7-yard line.
Run.
Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be second and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of you.
Game, there's no way he throws that ball off that play action. It's not possible.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Dubliners, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll fall to 1-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles